Welcome back to Mega Man X8. Last time, I bumbled my way through a bad stage, and this time, darn. What a great intro.
The mission's only just begun.
That's right. It's begun again. How long must this war go on?
We've just started and I'm already tired of violence.
The thought of wiping the floor with those mavericks makes my trigger finger itch.
Actually, I love murder.
No, Alien.
No, I'm gonna be less of a judgmental dick in this game. Axel's in the right, wanting to do a murder or two. I like his enthusiasm. Anyway, we're going to Inferno. It's the trails of fire you always knew. Yeah, they carry you home. They lead me to you. Zero and Axel are going this time. And since Zero's in the lead, let's choose Lair as our navigator. Alright, and here he is. You know him, you love him. It's Burn Rooster. Sure, whatever. You know what? It's fine. Okay, so...
disposal facility that uses the heat of the volcano for incineration.
Yeah, we just throw trash in a volcano, it's fine. That's cool, right? We built this factory on top of a volcano to throw trash into it. I'm sure that's chill with Mother Earth. Whatever, it's fine. Look, the lava's just gonna burn all the trash. It's good. So, previous episode, I called this a sort of normal level. It is more normal than the Ride Chaser stage, but we do start right off with an auto-scroller. So, it's not necessarily a one-hit kill if you get left behind. You do take a lot of damage though, so in most cases it will probably kill you. Falling down too fast will kill you, however. Yeah, see, got damage right. Well, actually that's not too bad. Maybe it's kind of depending on how long you get caught up, or, you know, where you are or something like that. Because I feel like I've taken more damage than that before. Anyway, though, yeah, as far as auto-scrollers go, this one isn't actually too slow, so... I don't know, I feel like most people would probably be forgiving of it, because usually speed is kind of the issue in an auto-scroller. At the very least, I enjoyed it well enough, and, you know, it's kind of tricky to get through. I definitely, not gonna say this was the easiest to sort of keep up with in my mind, but it was fun enough, and... Again, way better than the previous stage. I will take this over Ride Chaser. And there is still some normal stage here, though. Even Zero is hard-pressed to get through the shields of those guys. They are particularly tough. So, I think so far in this game, music-wise, I feel like we're kind of back into the territory of... It's okay, but it's a little bit in one ear, out the other. This is an okay song. I just don't think I particularly remember it that much.
Go for it!
As for aesthetics, it's kind of just a factory. I don't really have much to say about this one, though. I do like that there's a significant difference between sort of the auto-scroll section, which is a lot more open, and this, which is a little more of the pipe works that we have to get through. Inexplicably, they're covered in spikes. Layers coming in with some enemy tips. These guys have freeze guns, which makes sense. I'm guessing the mentality is they're coming in here trying to cool things on a normal day, but now they're evil, so they're using this to freeze us. Of course, if you get frozen, switch characters, they'll break you out. And yes, that is a capsule over there, and yes, I don't have X. Look, we're going to cycle through characters. I don't care if it shoots me in the foot. Actually, I do care a little bit. But I'm not going to change my level order. Again, I came up with it years ago, and, you know, now that I've really, well, again, shot myself in the foot by starting with Avalanche Yeti's stage, I see no reason to divert from that. I have to go with what past me decided on, in terms of level order, because if I don't at this point, then what was it all for? What was the pain and suffering of It's not White Zone. And I know it's not White Base either, that's Gundam. I know a Gundam. Oh, Well, I guess we won't be seeing any copyable DNA at this point. Though if you're wondering, yes, this game does have Axel's copyability still, they didn't ditch that. I haven't shown it off so far, haven't really had the opportunity for it, and much like in Mega Man X7, I don't care that much about the enemies you can copy, though they're certainly not as bad as the ones in X7. I'm gonna say, on a whole, they realized, hey, it's kind of not fun to play Axel transform, so maybe let's fix that, and then they did. Alright, and here we've got, ooh, a special fancy medal. Well, oh yeah, thank you for getting out of the way. So yes, rare medals aren't just bigger versions of medal that gets you a lot of medals. Instead, they are for new upgrades, so we want to find those so that we can fill out our upgrades. We gotta get more chips. Alright, so now that we're in the second auto-scroller stage, back in the first section, I broke open a box that looked a little different from other boxes, and it exploded. So that's the visual indicator that it, well, explodes, and we'll be seeing a lot more of them this time around, so hopefully you notice them. If you touch them, they will have a timed detonation, rather than the instant detonation that happens if you try to stab them, like I did before. Couldn't really get it as smoothly as I wanted to. I wanted to show off that you could chop them open and that hurts, but, you had to actually see it hurt. I couldn't just imply with the different explosion animation. Look, I'm shoving my face into danger to show you that these things hurt, and now that we're done with that, I'm never going to stab them ever again. Admittedly, though, it can actually be pretty tricky to actually realize that they're exploding boxes just in the heat of an auto-scroller section that goes pretty quickly. Also, not great timing there, Lair. Don't call him an it, that's very rude. Unless Burn Rooster goes by it pronouns. I know, my assumption is that he wouldn't, but I don't know the guy. It's one of those things where, I mean, that seems kind of personal. I wouldn't just start with that for somebody. Okay, Burn Rooster, we'll start with they, them, but, hold on a sec, I'm kicking this! I fucking hate this, whatever it is! Fuck this thing, fuck this thing, fuck this thing! Oh, who are you? I guess I should stop kicking now. Well, I guess now we know what they sound like in Japanese, but, here's their English voice.
And I'm no chum of yours. Anyway, this is the Waste Disposal Center.
It's so much more than that. It's the graveyard of all the Reploids deemed Maverick.
I'm Burn Rooster, I play football!
Start an uprising in return. That's Maverick behavior.
That's basically all these characters' conversations. Like, X and Zero are like, oh, you're doing an ironic thing where you're making this graveyard that we've put Mavericks in our graveyard. That's a really Maverick thing to do, doing poetic justice. I don't know, I feel like this is the game where our heroes are kind of just assholes. That guy's a Maverick right now, get his ass. That's just a lot of the boss dialogue. Anyway, though, yeah, Burn Rooster, as Lair said, has some barriers to him. So Zero's good for this one. Let's stab him a whole bunch. Unfortunately, sometimes he just has iframes, which is a pain to deal with. You know, if this were X7, I could stab him from here, or at the very least shoot him. Yeah, I will say, he does a fair bit of damage, and he seems pretty tricky. He attacks kinda quickly. He attacks, with very wide swaths. He can really cover a lot of the arena. This is my first attempt at this boss. Like, the rest of the stage did take me a few attempts to do. This is the first time I fought this guy, and on one hand, that kinda shows. On the other hand, I still beat him first try, which is more than I can say for Avalanche Yeti. Anyway, yeah, he's got a barrier here, and I am simply not taking him down. I'm not breaking through that. I don't know if that's a hard mode thing, or if that's a normal mode thing. It might be easier to chip through that. Either way, though, dual attack really, chunks out a quarter of his HP, like it will... I'm going to blanket statement say all bosses, or at least standard bosses. It's usually a safe bet, but yeah, no. Here he's got a barrier, and now he doesn't have a barrier because I blew it up. Just falls over pathetically. Alright, we did it. We beat Burn Rooster. Time to end the
The
stage.
volcanic control system has gone haywire.
Oh.
The magma has begun to flow backwards.
Oh no.
The escape point is at the mouth of the volcano. Get moving.
What do you mean you can't just teleport me out this time? Alright, so this is actually a bit of a twist. We beat the boss, but there's an escape section, which I also beat on the first try. This is a slower auto-scroller, but of course it's a little more fatal if you mess- well, I mean, to be fair, falling down did kill you in the other ones. I don't know, maybe it's just the fact there's magma or, I guess, maybe lava? Wait, how much outdoor air is it exposed to right now? Can it be considered lava? I don't know. Either way, though, the main difficulty here is really just the temptation to get the, medals. And I mean, it is pretty great, because there's a lot of good medals lying around. Zero, of course, is one of your best bets for escaping, because he's got a double jump. Axel's your second best, though I will say Float doesn't seem like it'd be anywhere near as helpful. And as always, Standard X, no good. He doesn't really have that many mobility options. He does have Air Dash. He's not completely helpless, but I think the vertical movement is more helpful than the horizontal movement. Anyway, here's the Force Medal, we did it. Or the regular medal. Big medal. Large glowing medal. Did I say last time I'm glad we get all three characters? We just get an example of all of their, weapons at the end of a stage. It just shows all of them. I like that. Even the hack of X7 didn't do that. It's like this game wants us to use multiple characters or something. I know, it's wild.
Welcome back! The rare metal you found has been made into a new chip. Rare metals contain powerful properties that are perfect for chip making. If you manage to find a rare metal, be sure to bring it to the lab as soon as you can.
Don't die with it! Alright, so, of course it will be marked as new, so we'll see what in particular we got. Ah, there we go, weapon tank. So yes, we got a good old W tank at our disposal now. Might as well buy that so we can start collecting up weapon energy. Don't know if I'll use it, but it's good to have. And also we got plenty of medals as well, so absolutely I'll be taking life up for X. I did not have health issues with Zero and Axel in this stage, so I'm happy to put that on. Otherwise, nothing particularly new that we can use. I'll go for life up +1 on X, because we'll be using him for a bit. The, saber up is out of our grasp for a little bit still, but regardless, we did it. We took out Burn Rooster, and escaped the garbage burning facility. God, that volcano must smell terrible now.